Déjeme le cuento.
We have bad news from Mexico City. A helicopter crash killed Mexico's second most powerful official and 7 others on Friday, dealing yet another blow to the country's battle against drug and crime scourge and leaving a battle nation in shock. The official, Francisco Blake Mora, 45, was the Secretary of the Interior and often the public face of the anti-drug campaign. He was the second Interior Secretary to die in an air crash. There was no immediate word on the case of the crash. President Felipe Calderon said it was probably an accident caused by bad weather, but his words did little to assuage the anxiety of a nation that has been pummeled by violence and pushed to trusting rumors by an epic justice system that rarely provides evidence of innocent or guilty. At a brief news conference, Mr. Calderon said that the helicopter had been flying in fog and had probably crashed accidentally, but that all possibly hypotheses will be thoroughly investigated. He said that there was no evidence of foul play and that the helicopter had been well maintained and protected. Sipping water between emotional points, he described Mr. Blake Mora as a brilliant young lawyer, a man of absolute integrity and a friend. Mexico, he said, has lost a patriot. Now let's go with pros who have something to tell us about sports.
Pacquiao versus Marquez. Was it a robbery or an insult? I have been a boxing fan for many years now, but I have never witnessed an absolute insult for boxing fans, as I have witnessed robberies committed in pro boxing and amateur boxing, but this one I have never seen before. I feel embarrassed for pro boxing and I feel insult for this genius decision. I know local decisions are a tradition in pro boxing, and just as I stated in previous articles, I told Marquez needed to win by knockout to get a win against the Congressman Pacquiao, but this is just ridiculous. How come did many won? I had it 119 to 110 on my personal score in favor of Marquez. Juan Manuel Marquez scored Congressman Manny Pacquiao for 12 rounds and still lost the fight. If Pacquiao still has honor inside of him, he should recognize he was the fighter, but he did not recognize in the past, so won't do it now. I will admit I was drinking beer during the fight, but was not drunk enough to see Pacman win the fight. If Pacman was a man of honor, he should recognize he lost the fight period. The fight choose decision was an insult for the worldwide boxing fans around the globe. Cheers for the best pound for pound fighter of the world, alleged WBO welterweight champion of the world, Juan Manuel Marquez Dynamite Marquez. Thank you.
Finally, let's go see what is the new recommendation with the nut.
Trainspotting was written by Irving Welsh. It is first novel. Trainspotting was written by Irving Welsh. It was his first novel. It's written in the form of short chapters, narrated in his first person by various residents of Leeds, Edinburgh, who either use heroin, are friendly of core group of heroin users, or engage in destructive activities that are implicitly projected as addictions that serves the same function as heroin addiction. The novel is set in the late 1980s. The novel is set in the late 80s and has been called the voice of punk, grown up, grown wizard, and grown eloquent. The film starred Ethan McGregor as Mar Rainter, Ewan Bremer as Spud, Johnny Lee Miller as Sick Boy, Kevin McKidd as Tommy, Robert Carlyle as Beach, and Kelly MacDonald as Diane. Author Evie Welch also has came out appearance as hapless drug dealer Mickey Forrester. The Academy Award nominated screenplay. The Academy Award nominated screenplay by John Hughes was adapted from Welsh novel. The title of the first refers to a hobby of sitting and watching trains pass by and is used as a metaphor for wasting time. Beyond drug addiction, other current themes in the film are exploration of the urban poverty and squalor in culturally rich Edinburgh.
Déjeme le cuento